to suck the third world dry, and it's time for the imperialism to end. They call me a terrorist because I refuse to believe in the lies, because I refuse to toe the line, because I dare point the finger and blow the whistle and beat the drum and rage against the machine. Even though they terrorized Mumia Abu-Jamal and Marshall Eddie Conway and Leonard Peltier and the Cuban Five and all those fighting for peace and justice and those crying to be free, they call me a terrorist. Even though they shoot us 41 times like Amadou Diallo and 50 times like Sean Bell and knock down our doors and kill us in our homes, they call me a terrorist. They call me a terrorist because the government deems me one, so they tap my cell phone and they monitor my computer and they follow me via satellite and they send agents to spy on me. They call me a terrorist because I want the blood and the bones and the spirits of all those who suffer from genocide to rise up and rock this empire to its core. They call me a terrorist because I believe that all war must end and the truth must sing, and the first must be last, and the last must be first, and all roads must open, and we shall have no enemies. Even though I look at all people and greet them with the words of peace and blessings, assalamu alaikum, shalom and matahiyasi, they call me a terrorist. They call me a terrorist because I believe that peace has no walls, peace has no color, peace has no boundaries, and peace has no struggle. Thank you. Y'all brought some stuff out of me, I'm going to tell you that. I love all of you. I love all of you. Thank you. I got to do a speech. You know, sometimes we go through a lot of internal struggles, and there's one internal struggle I was going through, and you know, you ask for your creator, you ask for universe for guidance and strength and for instruction. And so this piece came out. This is called "Get to That Place." You want to get to that place. That place that's free, that's peaceful, that's whole. You want to bathe in a river of eternal bliss. You want to be the receiver of the healing kiss. Be the instrument that plays the finest tune. Be the magic root that can strengthen me and you. So you want to get to that place. No more pain, no more past leading down to nothing. No more sleepless nights and empty restless days. You want to get to that place where deep is not just a dish, soul is not just a style of music, and God is not just praise when you win a trophy. That place where your drum asks a question and it gets an answer. Where you leave your elder wiser than when you came. Where you embrace both the yin and the yang, and bloods are not just members of a gang. You don't need a guide, it has always been there, that place. We can all help. Make hands, cross arms, but you must take that first step. Don't be afraid, it is all there for you, it is all there for us. No more standing in the doorway, looking out the window, staring down the street, hoping what you find you need is there. That place where you can put the sunshine in your hands, rub the moon all over your face, make glass from the sand, and resurrect the ancient art of pyramid making. See, I know you've been crying because you don't know where you are, don't know how you're going to make it. Hoping that thing called a heart hasn't dried up on you, needing a warm voice to talk to. So you need to get to that place. No more self-doubt, no more self-pity, no more self-hatred, no more. But you will get there, because I will be there with you, and we will all be there together. So let us get there, get there, let us 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 get there. Before I do my last piece, I want to give such a heartfelt thank you to Dr. Akassi.
Thank you. Thank you.
You all are very
Thank
blessed
you.
to have her in your midst. one that will fight for you, the one that will love you, that will nurture you, that will challenge you. We all need that. That's why I have my better half, to love me and nurture me and to challenge me. So thank you, Dr. Akassi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine and Cece back there doing the lights.
Yes.
And thank you to our ushers. And thank you all of you. I appreciate all of you. I would like to come back if you will have me. Now, in the tradition of radical music, you're such a radical. Yeah, well, it is what it is. When you fight for social justice and human rights, you're called a radical. You know, they were called radicals when they were trying to overthrow the British and create their own country. Harriet Tubman was called a radical when she was freeing the slaves. And what did Harriet Tubman say? I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman carried pistols on both sides of her hip. She said, once you come with me, there ain't no coming back. So if you try to turn back, I'm going to kill you. That's serious about freedom and liberty.
Yes.
And it was the radicals that sat in those lunch counters and did those Montgomery bus boycotts so that we can all sit and live in a desegregated society so that you can go to the same bathrooms and restaurants and establishments like that with white folks and any other folks. They fought and died to make that happen. So there have been radicals all throughout. People called radicals. They called Dr. King a radical. But he made change. So all of you, I know, are about creating change. Reaching deep within yourselves and, first of all, being that change and then creating that change. So thank you very much. This is about silence being for suckers. tucking their tail between the legs.
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause for Ron Kipling Williams. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Cards, please check me out.
Cards are on the table. We have just 2 or 3, just one more, but for the sake of time, one poem per performance because it's 7:47 and we have to get ready to wrap it up soon. We do have Ashley Little that's coming up. Please just yes. Woo.
That's right. Thank you so much.
My poem is called Rape. A young child not understanding life is bound to feel as if she's not pretty. From the hands of men who touched her, kissed her, and used her for pleasure. Take away her innocence, making it follow her around all her life, knowing what happened. She couldn't forget. Why am I here? She asked in dismay. Until that day it happened again. Her beauty was overwhelming for her. She thought she was ugly, and the only job she could receive was a boy's sex toy. She was taken advantage of